আসসালামু
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আলাইকুম মিস।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। How are you all today?
Ma'am, we are good. How
The number of participants are very bad. Hmm?
how are
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Ma'am, how are you?
How am I? I'm
Ma'am,
fine.
how are
Actually,
Miss Assalamu
Walaikum Assalam. Net connection is not good. That's why I can't hear what you are saying now.
Ma'am, should we write our name and roll to the chat?
Yes, you can do that.
Alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. মিস আপনার সাউন্ড খুবই ধীরে আসছে। আসসালামু
Walaikum Assalam. Today we will read Unit 5.
Lesson 11. আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
Walaikum Assalam. Unit 4. Lesson 10 maybe.
Ma'am, we will write lesson 11 today.
Lesson 11. Okay. Torch bearer. Yes,
Assalamu alaikum.
we read about torch bearer. And today we will read this
মিস
one.
আপনার সাউন্ড খুব আস্তে শোনা যায়।
Net connection is not very
মিস
stable.
মিস আমরা কি
We
বি
will read
সেকশনের
about
ক্লাসে
a hospital.
This one, a hospital window.
মিস আমরা কি জোর সংখ্যার বি সেকশনের ক্লাসের মিসের চলে যাব?
হ্যাঁ তোমরা
There will be no class of
না তোমরা যাবে না এখন জোর বিজোর সবাই এ সেকশনের ক্লাস
there will be no class of B section. The students of B section will follow the class of section A. Follow the routine of section A, okay? Everyone will
Okay, miss.
follow the section A's routine. Okay, a hospital.
can I read?
Yeah, you can read. Jeba Dasnia, is there any problem?
No ma'am, ভুলে
Two sick men were given the same room in a hospital. One man could sit up in his bed. His bed was next to the room's only window. The other man spent all his time lying on his bed opposite the window. The men talked for hours almost every day. They talked about their wives and children, their homes, their jobs, and almost about everything. Question 1. Can you guess why they talk about all these things? Every afternoon, the man in the bed by the window would sit up and talk to his roommate about all the things he could see outside the window. The man on the other bed eagerly waited for this speaking and listening time. His friend's vivid descriptions of passing things seen through the window inspired him to leave. Question 2. Can you guess what the man near the window talked about to his friend? The window overlooked a park with a lovely lake. Ducks and swans played on the water while children floated their paper boats. A wonderful view of the skyline could be seen in the distance. The man by the window told his friend all this in detail. The listener would close his eyes and see everything in his mind's eye. Question 3. What would the listener feel and do if one day his friend could not sit up and talk? Days and weeks passed. One morning, the doctor came to the room on his daily round. He found the lifeless body of the man by the window. He died peacefully in his sleep. The doctor made all the arrangements of take the body away. The sad friend wanted to move to the empty bed next to the window. The doctor allowed him. All this new made the man painfully prop himself up. He was very excited. He slowly looked through the window to see the real world outside. What did he see? Question 4. Can you guess what he saw? He asked the doctor. Doctor, I see nothing but a blank wall. How could my friend describe so many wonderful things outside the window? The doctor replied, Deep inside
Tumisa Islam Nidha, please mute.
Okay, thank you. Here we can see that there are 4 questions. Can you guess why they talk about all these things? Can you guess what the man near the window talked about to his friend?
মিস আপনার আওয়াজ আসতে আছে আবার যদিও আসছে।
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম।
Actually, because of this net connection, we cannot actually remain all time stable. Okay, now these 4 questions, what would the listener feel? Number 3, what would the listener feel and do if one day his friend could not sit up and talk? And number 4, can you guess what he saw? These 4 questions.
আপনার কথাগুলো খুবই আস্তে শোনা যাচ্ছে।
There is nothing I can do about it, you know. Is there anything that you didn't understand about this text? Here you can see two-person. Here you can see two-person. One person is near to the wall and there is a window in front of him, but the other patient or other man cannot see what is there. So what happened? Here it is said the other man spent all his time lying on his bed opposite the window. Opposite the
ম্যাম
window.
অ্যাকচুয়ালি আপনার কথা একদমই শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
একদমই শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
ম্যাম অনেক ধীরে আসতেছে, অনেক বেশি।
অ্যাকচুয়ালি এখানে আমার কিছু করার নেই, আমি এখানে যতটুকু জোরে বলছি, এখন আমি যদি মাইক্রোফোন
মিস আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছি, মিস আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি আপনার কথা খুব ভালো
তারপরেও
করেই।
কিছু বলার নেই, ঠিক আছে? বিকজ আমার এখানে কোনো নেট কানেকশন স্টেবল এরকম যে আনস্টেবল এটা বলছে না। ইফ ইট ইজ your problem then you can listen to me very little. Okay, now they talked about their wives and children, their homes, their jobs, and almost about everything. They have nothing to do all day long, they just sit there. That is why they all time gossip. And the subject matter of their gossiping is like this family matter. Okay, their wives, children, homes, jobs, this type of things they talk about. Now every afternoon the man in the bed by the windows would sit up and talk to his roommate about all the things he could see outside the window. This man, what did he do? He just expressed his feeling, or this is actually his imagination. Because later on we know that that man is blind, and whatever he described in this question number 2 about a park or a lovely lake, ducks, swans, floating paper boats, this type of things, all these things he described from his imagination. That's why the man who was just far away from the window was very much amazed to hear that that man was actually blind. Okay. In question 3, days and weeks passed. One morning the doctor came. One day
ম্যাম আপনার কথা অনেক আস্তে আস্তে শোনা যাচ্ছে।
sorry. What did he do?
ম্যাম আপনার কথা অনেক আস্তে শোনা যাচ্ছে।
Days, okay. Now you listen, please. Days and weeks passed. One morning the doctor came to the room on his daily round. He found the lifeless body of the man by the window. That means the man who used to describe everything to his friend, he died, and this was identified by the doctor. The doctor made he died peacefully in his sleep. He
আসসালামু
died
আলাইকুম।
peacefully. Yeah, walaikum assalam. He died peacefully in his sleep. The doctor made all the arrangements to take the body away. The sad friend wanted to move to the empty bed next to the window. As his dead body was removed, that bed became empty, So the man who was far away from the window, he wanted to come to his friend's bed to see actually what he could see through the window. Okay. The doctor allowed him. On his new bed, the man painfully propped himself up. Actually, that man was also sick. That is why here it is called painfully propped himself up. He was very excited. He slowly looked through the window to see the real world outside. By sitting near the window, that man wanted to see what is actually going on outside the window. But what did he see there? The window just faced a blank wall. Or that means through that window, that man who was used to tell him lots of things could see nothing but a blank wall. And he, when himself saw that, he was very much surprised. He asked the doctor, "Doctor, I see nothing but a blank wall. How could my friend describe so many wonderful things outside the window? If there is nothing to see, but how can his friend describe so many things? It's so what? With a vivid description or with beautifully." The doctor replied that, "Did he?" What did he say? Did he? The man was completely blind. It is very much surprising to him that that man who died was completely blind. He cannot see, he could not see, but how did he actually describe him all these things? It is very much astonishing thing. Now, Unit 5, Great Women to Remember. Here you can see 4 pictures of great women. Do you know them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we know them.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Who is she? Can you tell me?
She is Fazlatun Nisa.
She
She is Fazlatun Nisa, Bangabandhu's wife.
Yeah, Fazilatun-Nisa Mujib. Sheikh Fazilatun-Nisa Mujib. What do we call her?
Bangamata.
Bangamata.
Bongo Mata. We call her Bongo Mata. Yes. And then who is she?
She is Begum
Rukia Begum.
Ruqayya. Ruqayya. Ruqayya.
Begum Rokia. Okay. And what about her? Who is she?
She is
Helen
Helen
Keller.
I'm Helen Keller.
Helen
Helen Keller.
Yeah, Helen Keller. And who is she?
Florence Nightingale.
Florence
Nightingale.
Nightingale. Florence Nightingale. Okay. Now, who will read the text about our
Ma'am, can I read the text?
Mata?
Ma'am, can I read the
Ma'am, I want to
text?
read this text.
Sheikh Fazlatun Nisa Mujib is a great
Try to
woman
give one
in the
who didn't
history of
read it.
Bangladesh. Yes, ma'am.
Try to
Ma'am, I
give.
want to read this text.
Ma'am, can I read the text?
Can I read?
Ma'am, can I read the text?
Ma'am, I want to read this text.
Prapti is reading here. Okay, this text has actually 1, 2, 3 and 4 paras. Prapti, you can read 2 paras, okay? And next 2 para, another person can read. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Is a great woman in the history of Bangladesh. She was the wife of father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. She is called Bangamata because of her mother love and affection for the people and her sacrifice in all historical movements, especially the Liberation War of Bangladesh. This noble noblewoman was born in Tungipara, Gopalganj on 8 August 1930. She had no demands of her own. She lived a very simple life and taught her 5 children how to live an ordinary life. Gradually, she became a nation maker along with Bangabandhu. Even though she was the first lady of Bangladesh, she had no pride and did not want luxury.
Luxury.
ম্যাম পরের বার আমি
Bangabandhu
পড়ি।
ম্যাম আমি পড়ি
বঙ্গবন্ধু
ম্যাম
আমি
আমি
পড়বো।
Please
of
say
the
your name.
country always
Say your name. Who?
ম্যাম সীমান্তিকা দাস
Shimantika Das.
yes
Tasmia
ম্যাম
Afrin. Actually,
ম্যাম
last,
আরিফ আক্তার লাবণ করি
did you read before?
আমি এর আগে কোনোদিন পড়িনি।
Did you read before? If you did so, then you have to give this opportunity to other one.
ওকে ম্যাম
Who is a new reader? I want a new reader.
I am
ম্যাম জানো তো মা ওসামিন।
ম্যাম আরিফ আক্তার লাবণ
Miss Susanna Flynn.
ম্যাম আরিফ আক্তার লাবণ ম্যাম সানজি আক্তার
Please give
ম্যাম আরিফ আক্তার
to
লাবণী
a new reader. Okay. Jannatul Firdaus Zara.
মা ওসামিন।
Okay, you go on. You read. Bangomata always.
Bangabandhu always inspired Bangabandhu in all difficult situations of the country. She always encouraged him to involve himself in politics
পলিটিক্স
freely for the people of this country. She never pulled him back and never thought of her own interests.
Of her
She
own
played
interests.
She played a prominent role in the Six-Point Movement in 1966. She gave the right suggestion to Bangabandhu to face the Agartala conspiracy case in 1969. She strongly supported him to participate in the general election
ইলেকশনস
in
ইলেকশনস
1970 and inspired him to deliver the historic 7 March speech in 1971. Her role is rebuilding the newly born national was also
This is rebuilding.
significant.
Okay, rebuilding. It is not rebuilding. It is rebuilding. Rebuilding the newly born nation is also significant.
On 50 August 1975, the most tragic event in the history of Bangladesh took place. On this very sad day, Bangomata met martyrdom
মার্টারডম
Martyrdom.
along with Bangabandhu, their three beloved sons and some close relatives. She will remain in our hearts because she and Bangabandhu worked together to build a happy and
টু বিল্ড এ
prosperous sooner Bangla for us all.
All. Okay, thank you. Here it would be built, worked together to build a happy and prosperous Sonar Bangla for us all. Here I can see a one who has no name and she wants me to admit her. Actually, it is not right. Without any name, one should not enter any class. Okay, I don't know what is her name. However, when you were in class 6, you have read about Bangabandhu. Didn't you read when you were in class 6? You remembered the text?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there you can see actually Bangabandhu's childhood and later which school he used to go, and then which he was a very good player, he was a soccer player. You read about that. But in here, what we find about Sheikh Fazlunisa Mujib, who is our Bangmata, and in this Unit 5, Lesson 1, we will read about four magnificent women who are really important for us because they actually do something great for the women, not only women but for mankind. However, Sheikh Fazilatunisa Mujib is a great woman in the history of Bangladesh. It is no doubt to say that she is a great woman. She was the wife of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Here is our identity. Who is the wife of father of the nation, and we all know who is Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. She is called Bangamata because of her motherly love and affection for the people and her sacrifice in all historical movements, especially the liberation war of Bangladesh. She is called Bangamata, and behind this calling, all these reasons are included. Okay, her motherly love and affection, and her sacrifice also. These are the reasons why she is called actually Bangamata. This noble woman was born in Tungipara, Gopalganj on 8 August 1930. She had no demands of her own. Actually, she is very simple lady. She was very simple lady. That's why she did not demand anything for herself. She lived a very simple life and taught her five children how to live an ordinary life. As she was very simple, she used to teach her five children to live an ordinary life, just like her. Gradually, she became a nation maker along with Bangabandhu. Nation maker, because Bangladesh actually became independent in 1971, and that time Bangladesh is a new nation, and that is why it is called nation maker. She is also become, she has become a nation maker along with his husband Bangabandhu. Even though she was the first lady of Bangladesh, she had no pride and did not want luxury. She had no pride. She had no pride. In Bengali, we call pride Ahankar.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of luxury?
Luxury, that means one who lives in a very luxurious way, in a very grandeur with grandeur. That means with not just doing or having anything what he wants. In Bengali, it is called, we call it Bilashita. Okay, Bilashita in Bengali, its meaning is Bilashita. She had no such type of thing. She did not want any kind of luxury, or she did not have any kind of pride in her. Bangamata always inspired Bangabandhu in all difficult situations of the country. Actually, Bangladesh, if you want to know, then I can tell you since 1952, when the language movement started, actually from that time, Bangabandhu was um he not only just fought for the country, he just involved himself in all the difficult movements because he was the leader of Awami League. That's why he was involved in any political movements, and with him, Bangamata was with him. She always encouraged him to involve himself in politics. Actually, she did not want to make her husband a man of the house. She wants or she wanted him to serve the people of the country. And to make a new country, Bangabandhu had to do a lot of things, had to face a lot of things. And with him, Bangamata Sheikh Fazilatunisa also faced many things. Here she says she always encouraged him to involve himself in politics freely for the people of this country. She never pulled him back and never thought of her own interest. She played a prominent role, prominent means a vital role, in the 6-point movement in 1966. The Bengali meaning of 6-point movement, Chadafa Andolan, in 1966. She gave the right suggestion to Bangabandhu to face the Agartala conspiracy case. Right suggestion. She gave her right suggestion to Bangabandhu. Agartala conspiracy case. Here, Agartala conspiracy case means Agartala Shorjantra Mamla in 1969. She strongly supported him to participate in the general elections in 1970. When in 1970 general election held, then she supported her husband and told him to take part in the general elections, where he actually became the president of Bangladesh, and inspired him to deliver the historic 7 March speech in 1971. And in 1971, there Bangabandhu actually did not, he won the seat, but he did not become the president. What happened? He wanted to free his country. That is why in 7 March he gave the historical speech when to free his country. He told the people to stand against the Pakistani army.
কই বিরতি আছে তেমন ক্লাস
The role
করাইতেছে
in rebuilding the
এখন ক্লাস হলো তুমি একটু বিরতি দেয় না
newly
এভরিওয়ান ইউজ ইউর মোবাইল
newly born nation. Our nation was then actually newly born. It is not an old country. We got our Bangladesh just after the fight of 1971. On 15 August, what happened? You see, on 15 August 1975, after our freedom, we achieved our freedom in 1971, 16 December, but in 1975, on 15 August, what happened? The tragic event happened. That day, on 15 August, some collaborators just killed the whole family of Bangabandhu. We all know that. We all know that. And there, what did we see here? On this very sad day, Bangamata made martyrdom. Martyrdom. She gave her life for the country. That is why here it is called martyrdom. Along with Bangabandhu, their 3 beloved sons and some close relatives. With their sons, there were also their daughter-in-laws, and also a very little boy, Sheikh Russell. She will remain in our hearts because she and Bangabandhu worked together to build a happy and prosperous Sonar Bangla for us all. This Sonar Bangla, actually it is the dream of Bangabandhu to make Bangladesh a Sonar Bangla, and it is now our duty to make this Bangladesh a Sonar Bangla. Now, what lesson did Bangamata teach her children? How did she lead her life? How did she help the father of the nation? What lesson do we learn from Bangamata's life? These 4 questions. It is, I think, at home you try to make answer of these questions. Okay. Try to find out the answers of these 4 questions. I will talk to you about it later. Now it is a project work. There I think it is not that much important. Now Begum Rokia, we have 5 minutes left. Now any one of
Ma'am,
you.
can I read?
Ma'am, I want to
Ma'am,
read.
can you read this passage?
Yeah, one of you go ahead, read the text as we don't
Ma'am,
have.
I fight the Lavani, please.
Safia was a famous writer and a social worker. She lived in undivided Bengal in the early 20th
Early,
century.
early. It is
She
early.
believed, okay, ma'am.
Yearly,
she
not yearly,
believed
but early.
she believed that women should have the same rights and opportunities as men
Opportunities.
opportunities as men have in the society. So she fought for their case,
Cause.
cause thought out her life.
Yeah, so she fought for their cause throughout her life. Throughout her life means সারা জীবন, সারা জীবন ধরে, okay? Then
Begum Rokeya was born in a village called Pairavant, Rangpur in 1880. Her father, Jahiruddin
জাহিরুদ্দিন
Muhammad
মোহাম্মদ আবু
Abu
আলী
Ali
হায়দার
Khandas
সাবের
was an educated landlord. Rokeya was married to Syed Shaukat Hossain in
সাখাওয়াত
1897.
সঈদ সঈদ সাখাওয়াত হোসেন, okay? Said
Her
Sakhawat Hossain in 1897 she got married to him. Her husband was the
Her husband was the deputy magistrate of
Bhagalpur.
Bhagalpur, now a district in the Indian state of Bihar. He was very cooperative and always encouraged Rokeya to go on with her activities. Many upper-class Muslims of Bengal at that time learned Arabic and Persian as a medium of education and communication, but Rokeya had great love for her mother tongue. She learned Bangla and English for her eldest brother Ibrahim.
From her eldest brother Ibrahim. Okay. Now there are some hard word, I think. Opportunities. Do you know what is the meaning of opportunities?
No, ma'am, we don't know.
Sujog Shubida in Bengal it is called Sujog Shubida. And what about right? Right means Odhikar. Right means Odhikar. Undivided Bengal. Undivided Bengal. What is undivided? Abhibhakto. Abhibhakto. Okay, she wants actually gender discrimination free society. There will be no gender discrimination, that boys are preferred by the society. From the very beginning it is actually given to the boys the rights of doing everything. So she wanted that the girls should have that opportunity too. They both should live equally, having equally rights in the society. That's why it is said she fought for their cause throughout her life. Their cause. Which cause? Whose cause? Actually their cause. What do you mean by their cause? Women's cause. Okay, women wanted the right, just like the men have the right. Men's right and women's right should be the same. That is what actually she wanted to have. Begum Rokeya was born in a village called Pairabant, Rangpur in 1880. We have very not that much time in our hand, you know. The lessons here, what is learned, what we can see here about her love for Bangla, and she actually wants women to be educated. It is the main thing or main point of her story, of this text actually. That's why education, she wants to be educated. The woman should get education, and this is her demand. And this is she actually demanded.